Sean Hannity has been in the spotlight for a long time as a media giant and a prominent conservative voice in America. Starting in the 1990s when he became a popular talk radio host, Sean Hannity's life has been the subject of extensive media coverage ever since he became a main anchor on Fox News. His private life remained shrouded in secret until 2020, when he sought a divorce from Jill Rhodes, his wife of more than 20 years, despite his fame. To the people at large, it was a shocking revelation that surprised many of his followers. Sean Hannity and Jill Rhodes were known as a trustworthy and dependable pair, even though they had been married for over 26 years. Despite their sparse public appearances together, Hannity's ascent to fame in the media industry was largely seen as the result of their reliable and modest relationship. However, it became glaringly obvious that their marriage had been progressively declining for a while when details were made public. After that, what transpired? Also, why did Sean Hannity decide to end his committed relationship with a trustworthy partner? Both Sean Hannity's and Jill Rhodes' personal lives were profoundly impacted by the way their lives intertwined, which in turn contributed to Sean's rapid rise to stardom. Despite the fact that Hannity's marriage gained fame, it doesn't alter the reality that their unique experiences show how their diverse childhoods influenced them. Though he was born on December 30th, 1961, in New York City, Sean Hannity spent his formative years in Long Island's Franklin Square. As a child, Hannity lived in a typical Irish-American working-class environment. A strong work ethic and traditional values were inculcated in him. Although he briefly attended Adelphi and New York universities, he dropped out before finishing his degree so that he could focus on his love of talk radio. Hannity got his start in the construction business as a general contractor. Nevertheless, he was successful in landing radio jobs in Alabama and California thanks to his natural persuasive and communicative abilities. When Hannity took a job as a radio host for WVNN in Huntsville, Alabama, he got his big break. He started his career at this point. He was immediately thrust to the forefront of public knowledge due to his strong ideas, aggressive vocabulary, and conservative remarks. He has worked tirelessly throughout his career to build on this early success and become a prominent figure in conservative media. In 1996, when Hannity initially joined Fox News, he co-hosted Hannity Colmes, the show that catapulted him into the national limelight. He became a household figure and helped solidify his image due to his distinctive blend of political acumen and biting criticism. Contrarily, Jill Rhodes approached her pursuit of achievement with a more modest demeanor. A native Alabama, Rhodes earned a degree in journalism from the University of Alabama after studying the subject. He was born on August 27, 1962. She got her start doing political essays for the Huntsville Times, where her sharp mind and incisive prose brought her fame. This is when her professional career began. It was Rhodes who initially met Hannity while she was an employee at the Huntsville Times. Sean often wanted to know her thoughts and feelings on political matters. Which local radio host was on the air when this happened? In 1993, the couple married. The wedding, after their business cooperation, quickly became a personal one. Hannity became quite popular, while Rhodes tried to avoid it at all costs. Taking care of their two kids and running the family were Rhodes's top priorities. Many people believe that she played a key role in keeping Hannity popular during his early years in the industry. Rhodes is quite different from Sean, who is famous for his lively and colorful career due to her strong emphasis on family and her desire for tranquility. Their separate journeys reveal two characters whose personalities couldn't be more different yet wholly complementary to one another. Notwithstanding this, they went ahead and divorced after being married for over 20 years. Their relationship was built on Rhodes's quiet strength and intelligence, while Hannity's drive and candor made him famous. Their friendship was greatly influenced by Rhodes. The fact that their histories were complementary to one another helped them forge a lasting connection, even though they went in different paths. What could have possibly led to the early divorce of such a formidable couple? Pay close attention. I say we begin now and see what happens. At the outset of their romance, they shared an unusual and entirely singular bond. Mutual regard, love, and commitment to common goals defined it. Though they did not first meet in person, Rhodes' perceptive prose and brilliant intellect captured Hannity's interest. Her writing resonated with him since it showcased her remarkable journalism skills and revealed a perspective that aligned with his own goals and ideals. After being captivated by Rhodes's intelligence, Hannity reached out to her by phone to build a connection. Their romance blossomed into love. They learned more about one another as their discussions turned from work to casual chatter about their lives. Hannity later said that he went head over heels for her, and he described how their relationship evolved from a simple meeting of the minds into something more meaningful, like a memory. When Hannity asked Rhodes to join him in a discussion about the mayor in 1991, Rhodes gladly agreed. Finally, the two people met eye to eye. They were fast friends after their initial meeting, which paved the way for a blossoming romance. Thanks to Hannity's charisma, sense of humor, and self-assurance, Rhodes' intelligence, and grounded attitude were able to stand out. They found something they could all get behind: their conservative views, which would come to define their family life. The 1993 wedding ceremony that Hannity and Rhodes were a part of was a reflection of their unique and important worldviews. The event in question was a wedding. The couple's wedding was simple and heartfelt, honoring their love and dedication to one another. A partnership based on mutual support and common principles, the union symbolized the coming together of the two sides. The appearance of Jill Rhodes played a pivotal role in Hannity's professional trajectory. She helped him out a lot when he was building his work and offered insightful criticism in her role as a journalist. She was a reassuring presence in his life and a trustworthy advisor in his work life, he said on several occasions. On more than one occasion, Hannity acknowledged her impact. Their union exemplified a mutually beneficial partnership in which each spouse valued family above all else and rallied behind the other's aspirations and efforts. The couple produced a boy and a daughter, and they grew up in a household that valued religion, family, and finding one's calling. Despite Hannity's demanding job and outspoken personality, the pair tried to strike a balance in their lives. The Rhodes family put their family life first and spent a lot of time out of the limelight. Hannity and Rhodes' debut episodes. The institution of marriage is a testament to the transformative power of a committed partnership characterized by love, understanding, and support for one another. While they were young, they were able to lay the groundwork for a beautiful bond based on mutual respect, admiration, and love. Despite the fact that they eventually had problems throughout their marriage, which resulted in their divorce in 2020, since Jill helped Hannity hone his arguments and offered suggestions and criticism for his radio shows, Hannity acknowledges that she was a significant influence in his early career. Throughout his hectic media career, which included hosting a nationally syndicated radio show and a primetime Fox News program, Sean relied on Jill, who was known as his rock. Jill was known as Sean's rock, even though she stayed out of the limelight most of the time. No matter how hard a couple tried to keep a low profile, the pressures of fame and a public career eventually strained their relationship. Even if the pair maintained a low profile in public, this would still have happened. After establishing a foundation of mutual regard and understanding. Can you tell me what went wrong? Respect and shared values are the bedrock of Sean Hannity and Jill Rhodes' relationship. However, as is the case with many long-term relationships, they eventually broke up in 2020 due to a series of conflicts. Their marriage was already struggling before Hannity's demanding high-profile job added further stress. The hard work schedule that Hannity is forced to maintain as a well-known radio and television presenter sometimes includes long hours and substantial travel. This situation naturally caused Rhodes to distance herself from him, as she desired a life that was less chaotic and more centered on family. Their lifestyles and goals were so different that a rift developed between them over time. Even before they officially parted ways, the pair seems to have had separate lifestyles for quite some time. Their marital problems take a backseat to their duties as parents, which they are putting on a united face for the benefit of their two children. Those who knew the couple well reported that they parted ways amicably after coming to terms with the fact that they had grown apart over time. Despite their growing distance from one another, this occurred. The notoriously divisive public persona that Hannity cultivated was another crucial component. He was frequently the target of criticism and controversy because of his prominent conservative media voice. Despite Rhodes' best efforts to stay out of the limelight, their relationship may have been affected in a roundabout way by the never-ending scrutiny and condemnation heaped on Hannity. Their parting seemed final yet. Thanks to this, Rhodes and Hannity were able to co-parent their children while still being there for each other. Their amicable divorce showed that they were still dedicated to making their home a happy place for their family, even though they decided to end their relationship. The difficulties of juggling one's personal and professional lives, especially in the face of intense public scrutiny, are highlighted by their story. Several reports state that following a particularly trying moment for Sean while covering the Trump administration, the long-awaited breakup of the Hannity family finally occurred. Hannity has become famous for his tight friendship with the former president and for being one of the most outspoken and committed Trump fans. As the theory goes, the couple's relationship took a hit due to all the attention they received from the public. According to multiple accounts, Jill found it difficult to be linked with someone who was so publicly controversial. Many close relatives of the family claim that the demands of the political system and the media caused Jill to feel increasingly alone in Sean's world.